It's episode 32 of Breaking Into, and we are talking to TV, film, voiceover artist. And my guest, I'm going to ask what kind of go-to snack he goes to. It's Marc Anthony Samuel next.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Lives. Breaking Into.
Oh, my song. My song.
It's a cut.
Living my life like it's golden. That's right, folks. Hi, welcome to Breaking Into here on Black Hollywood Live. I'm going to start with a nice, healthy, positive song. We've had some rough week or so. Whew, we need this in our lives. So welcome, I'm James Lott Jr., your host. You can follow me on all the interwebs at James Lott Jr. Yes, I said interwebs. I do say them. I do say them. And you can follow us on our Breaking Into page on Facebook. And it's all kinds of information on there. And of course, we're at blackhollywoodlive.com, YouTube, and iTunes. You can find this show on there and all the other 31 episodes. He plays Felix Dubois. Nice little French name. The gay guy with a moral compass. You don't find that on soaps very often, either one of things going on ABC's hit drama, General Hospital. He also has done TV, other TV shows, films, voiceover work. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. We're going to get to know him a little better at the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Marc Anthony Samuel.
What's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
The studio audience.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing wonderful.
A little hot today.
Yeah, a little touch, but you know what? Could be worse.
Yes, it could be. We'll be in the Midwest or back east right now.
Okay.
The humidity, add humidity on top of this, and I would be melting in the corner crying.
That's when people want to start smacking other people around.
That's true. It's everybody all hostile and everything. Ooh, it sure does. So, are you living your life as is golden these days?
I am. I'm grateful. Grateful for my health. Grateful for my family. Grateful for my friends, opportunities, that I get to live in a place which is mostly sunny. You know, I mean, I could go on, but...
Yeah.
You know, yes.
That's good. That's
straight
really
up
good.
gold.
So we're gonna do a random question game.
Random questions.
And it's just you tell me what you know. If you don't want to answer anything, you don't have to.
Okay.
But these are all fun little things. We get to know you a little better.
Okay.
What is the first album you bought with your own money?
Oh man. First album I bought with my own money. I feel like it was Thriller.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
That was the opening to Thriller.
Okay.
As interpreted by Marc Anthony Samuel. Thank you.
Everyone had Thriller. I mean, if nobody was alive back then, if you were, you remember every house had Thriller. It was one of the few albums every house had it.
Yep.
The first album I bought was Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
Oh,
and I still have
that's
it.
a good soundtrack.
That's another one that almost everybody had. Thriller beat it. It was the number one singing album of all time.
Okay.
Beat it.
Yeah. No, that's a great soundtrack.
That's a great soundtrack.
I heard Staying Alive.
Yep.
The other day, and I was like, this tracks. It sounds good right now.
It does. Well, Thriller too. I mean, some stuff really holds up.
Yeah.
Human Nature is my song. I just think this is a great song.
Human Nature is the cut.
Oh my god, it's so good.
And then that rework that SWV.
Yes,
had.
Oh, I know. Right here, I just love that song too.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Folks are in the chat room already. Hooked Up Entertainment says, thank you for offering this live chat. You're welcome. And also said, guess so your first album was Thriller too? You're saying mine too.
Nice. Okay.
And our Melvin fan, my girl, says, hey y'all.
Hey.
My girl, she's a real one.
What's up?
Okay. Last concert you went to?
Last concert I went to, I went to The Cure.
Ooh, how was it?
It was amazing.
Oh,
it was amazing. It was ethereal, dreamy. Robert Smith still sounds good. I mean, you know, I didn't know what to expect, but I had a great time with one of my bowling buddies.
I love bowling.
Yeah.
I have actually, for my birthday last year, my stepdad got me a bowling ball and shoes.
Nice.
I wear size 14. I can't find shoes my size sometimes. A bowling
Dang.
ball. I know. I have some hooves on me.
That's Shaq.
It's not as big as that, but it's big.
Okay, all right.
It's crazy. I have big flat feet too. It's like big clown shoes. Exactly.
Right on.
And I hate clowns.
Uh-oh.
Okay. What color dominates your wardrobe?
Black, and shades of gray. But seriously, black and shades of gray.
Well, I'm glad you wore this color today.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I can't come on here looking like straight up goth and just making depressing people. It's all futile.
It's all over. Everything's over. It's just over.
It's all going to end. Anyway, blah blah blah. Yeah, I like to, gotta change it up a little bit.
I like that because our people, our color can wear all kinds of colors.
This is true.
We're very fortunate.
This is true. Is there a color that you can't wear?
Trying to think, is there a color I can't wear?
I can tell you what color I don't like wearing.
Which one do you like wearing?
Canary yellow.
See, I like yellow, but I don't wear enough of it.
I like certain kinds of yellow,
Oh,
the kind
okay.
that are closer to orange, that kind of get into that sunset. But that canary yellow, I don't like it.
I don't like wearing pink.
Okay.
And I mean, pink's a fine color or whatever. And it looks good on me, but I just don't really care for it too much.
I remember there was a trend in hip hop that everybody was starting to rock pink.
Yes.
And I thought it was a nice, kind of change. But
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm an orange person. I like orange.
Orange looks good. Looks good.
That's what I did back in the '90s. Why don't you shop at Chess King and Merry Go Round, all those places? My rayon mustard colored shirts and things. And
man.
I'm bringing it back, folks. My fans know I'm old, so I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, man. Nice.
You know
nice.
that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
What is your favorite stage play or musical that you have seen?
My favorite stage play that I've seen. Wow, man. I really enjoyed Top Dog Underdog with Jeffrey Wright and Mos Def.
Oh my God. And
I
Mos
enjoyed
Def,
that.
Two people are just like...
I saw that in New York and it was fantastic. But I've also seen Osage County.
Yes.
I saw that at the downtown Los Angeles.
Oh wow!
Amazing cast, well done. Saw my buddy, a good friend of mine, Breon Davis. He was in the production of Bent. That was also downtown.
I know Bent.
They did a fantastic job.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's a bunch, and then like musicals. Shoot, man, it's hard because there's so many things out there that are.
Yes.
I mean, I'm more of a play person, but if it's musical and humorous, I tend to like that combination more than anything.
Like Producers or...
Producers was funny. I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm more of a play guy, to be honest.
I loved Pippin. I love Chorus Line, Family Opera. Those are
Nice.
I'm very a musical person. So
Okay.
I want to see Hamilton so bad when it comes here.
Me too. I was in New York
Try to get tickets. Mm-hmm.
I was in New York a few weeks ago, and I was like, let me go try to see Hamilton. I'm gonna go see Hamilton. If you don't make plans to see Hamilton well ahead of your trip to New York, you ain't gonna see Hamilton.
No.
You can see some cats out front kind of reenact Hamilton. They're probably charging a little less than the actual ticket price.
They probably are.
Yeah.
I tried to get Hamilton tickets in January, and it was a lost cause. So I went and saw Color Purple, which was really good, actually.
Okay.
It was really good.
Nice. You know Hamilton's coming to Los Angeles.
I know. Pantages, which I like
wait.
Pantages Theater, so I can't wait.
I cannot wait. I gotta wait. Maybe we shouldn't wait. We should.
I know we probably should start the two. I know. The last ones I saw actually here in LA, I saw Bringing On the Musical, which was really good.
All right.
And when I was in New York, also I saw Heather's a Musical.
Oh,
that
wow.
was really good. And that night, the guy who plays JD in the film is Christian Slater. He was there.
Wow.
I got a picture of both of the two
That's
JDs.
cool,
it was
man.
Really cool. So it was kind of fun.
He's on Mr. Robot.
Yes, he is.
Love that show.
He's a great guy, and he's actually a good actor. It's just that he hasn't found the right fit, and now he finally found it, Mr. Robot.
Yeah, he's great on that show.
He's so good.
Still has that same voice when he's.
Yes.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be a cool cat.
I think so too. Samore 22K3 says, "Hey everyone, welcome Mark. Any plans to gain stage?"
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Look, I'm always open to stage. I started with stage up in Portland with a couple repertory theater companies, and I mean, it's an amazing feeling to be up there and have that shared space with your audience that are immediately involved with what's going on. And look, if the right thing comes along, I'm more than happy to do it. Absolutely. Love stage.
That'd be great. That'd be totally great. Okay, your go-to snack. Like I was talking about in the teaser. What's your go-to? What is your thing you're like, oh, I'll just go there.
Okay, my go-to snack, it's one of a couple things. It's usually a Kit Kat bar.
Ooh, that's good.
But lately, there's these cookies. I'm not trying to do a plug for these cats, but look, this Tate's Cookies. Tate, T-A-T-E-S is the name of the company, and they're out of Southampton. And they make these chocolate chip cookies. I love them. All I want to say is, look, Mr. Tate, I ain't gonna lie. If you can somehow hook a brother up with some of those delicious, crisp, chocolatey cookies, I'm not gonna be mad at you. That's
spokesperson right here. A spokesperson. He'll do it. Just send the cookies first.
right. Send me the cookies.
That's so fun. Well, I want to try them.
They're good. I wish I should have brought some with me.
So wait, where do you find them?
You can find them at Ralph's.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
You can find them all around. You can find them at some health food stores because there are some that are gluten-free.
Very good for people who are good.
For those who suffer from celiac disease or pretend that they do, so they can say I'm a gluten-free diet person, because those people are out there. Anyway, but
shady.
I love
it.
Kind of throw a little bit. No, they're good. They're great. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Those are my go-to snacks.
I probably have seen them, just didn't know there's so many anything else. I'm gonna look next time. Favorite spot at the GH studio?
My favorite spot at the GH studio. Okay, there's a couple favorite spots for me. Favorite spot number one is at the green room.
Okay.
Kind of sitting and watching ESPN.
How funny.
On the couch.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite spots. My other favorite spot is, obviously, if I need to kind of just have that quiet, the dressing room.
Yeah.
But the other favorite spot for me is the makeup room. That's where we all kind of congregate, you know, and people are in and out getting their makeup done, getting, talking and stuff. And the ladies in the makeup department are amazing. Like hanging out in the wardrobe department. Yeah, man, just all around. Teresa Castillo's dressing room, so we can catch up.
Yes.
Or hanging with, or yapping with Matt Cohen or with Roger Howarth. Those are my people.
I'm gonna ask you. You actually asked my question. I'm gonna ask you who your people on there. You kind of your go-to folks.
Matt Cohen.
We love him.
Ryan Carnes. When Perry's around, Perry. Teresa. Vanessa.
Love Vanessa. We had on our show.
Those are my homies. Anthony Montgomery.
We love him. We had on our show. We love him.
Those are the people I tend to like yap and chat with and hang out the most. Chad Duell, when we hang out, it's just because we're being goofy and stupid. But and then my number one dude, is other Ryan. He's the man. So he and I both love video games. Literally, we'll just chill in his dressing room and just catch up and hang out. So.
We just had him on our show recently too, and he is actually we found with Ryan Pivey, where he is. Pavey. He is funny.
Yeah. Oh, come on now.
I mean, like really funny.
That cat is a nut.
He made fun on our show of his own. We asked him about the early days and what the critics were saying about him, the fans. He goes, "Yeah, I'm RoboCop." He's like, "Yeah, that's one of the coolest characters ever in movies." And like he made fun of himself, and it was like we all like, "Oh my God, we love you!" Like he's completely like he's hilarious.
He is 100% real, man. He's a good dude, and if he's down with you, he's down with you. Like he's good. He's what's the word? Faithful, loyal to friendship, and funny as hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. We're gonna have Ryan Carnes on our show on Sunday. So is there anything I should ask him from you? Is there anything I should ask him?
Let's see. Ryan, what can we ask?
Heard he's super nice and everybody's
Ryan's wonderful. That's my homie. Ask him about his process when it comes down to dancing.
To dancing?
Like dancing.
Okay, I will ask that.
From the Magic Milo days and when he did it and then got out of it the next year. I don't know how you got out of it. Ooh, that ain't fair. Yeah.
How are doing those the Magic Mile on the wands? How is that?
Okay, first and foremost, it's a lot of fun because you're together with guys you really like and respect, and we all share a sense of dread in the upcoming choreography. And then you start, figuring it out, getting it together, figuring out what you're going to do, and you see that it's gelling. And then you just have fun hanging out with them. But really, it's almost like a camp within a camp within a camp. The first camp being the soap opera boot camp, which is teaching you to be a better actor quicker. And the second camp is the nurse's ball shooting schedule, which brings a lot of the cast together.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And then the third camp within the camp is the Magic Milo people that end up doing it, because then it's like, this is our cabin at the camp, and you just go through it. And when you finish, life is just never the same.
Well, my fans already know this, and so does Donnell, because he plays along with you so well. Mr. Donnell Turner is my big crush.
D.
I love him. He's the greatest guy.
That is a good man. That's a good brother. Like
inside and out. I've interviewed him twice. I've interviewed him twice. He's like inside and out, hands down.
For real. No, he's one of the coolest cats. I remember before I even knew Donnell, I had gone to, and I remind him of this, but he doesn't remember this as well as I do. I remember we were at an audition together for some other TV show or something, and everybody was into their heads and just like which this is understandable. There's some people really just that's what they need. Yeah. But he was engaging, he was kind, he was a good dude. I spoke with him and I was like, that's a good brother, man, right there. And then when I found out he was on the show, I was like, man, I'm not surprised. He deserves it. He's a good man, good guy. But then I reminded him of the story. He's like, yeah, man, I hope I wasn't rude. I'm like, no, come on.
That sounds like him, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I had his voice in my head.
He is a super nice guy. Yeah. How do you feel? Because I've had on our show, and soon you'll hopefully be on JH Report, which we do every Sunday here.
Yeah.
We've had almost every black person on our show. We have Brittany Sarpy, Vanessa Antoine, we've had Anthony Montgomery, Donnell. I mean, it's some color in Port Charles. You were one of the first for a while there. I mean, you and Sean Blakemore were like the only ones kind of holding out.
Yeah.
And now it's like lots of blacks.
Hey, I am so happy to see that GH has introduced a greater amount of cultural diversity. Do we have more to go? Absolutely. You know, and I hopefully we'll be able to like see more Asian representation.
Yes.
You know, indigenous representation. I mean, because talent has no color. It has no gender. It has no orientation. It's like you find it, you use it. And I really think that Frank and everybody has been they've been really great about, you know, getting it going and stuff after a long period of like nothing. You know, so I'm glad to be a part of it. Yeah. Obviously, I would like to continue to be a part of it, more represented on, you know, and I leave it to them, but I trust that they're going to do the
I give it to my buddy Mark Teschner, of course, who's the
Mark is the man.
It's another beautiful man inside and out. Who's just like, I mean, loves actors, loves the craft.
Absolutely.
And he's the one who's, and the one thing I give your show, and because even with you, I mentioned briefly how you were the gay man with the moral compass on the show. That the blacks that are on the show are playing regular soap characters. Not so much about their blackness.
Right.
But we're not taking away from your blackness either, because some of Donnell's dialogue, some of Vanessa's looks, you're like, okay, that's a black woman. Yeah. Like, but you guys are playing regular soap storylines.
Yeah, and that's important. That's really important because our society is shaped by the images that we see in the media or hear in the media. And if the only images you have in the media of, for example, because I am a black person, of a black person is like, you know, cool brother with absolutely nothing to say, or sassy black woman that has all that quick quips, or, you know, that's, believe it or not, what people will take away subconsciously from that is what it is to be black on television. And then the creatives that grow up watching that's the only thing they can write about. So it's important to have a wide representation. That's not to say black people can't be shallow and bad or sassy or quick and quippy, but you have to balance it out with people who have family bonds and who are loyal and kind and intelligent and sharp, and, you know, let that happen, because it happens on television for non-minorities, and, you know, it should happen for everyone.
As they're saying here, well said, Mark. I agree. Talent has no color. We're going to show a clip in a second. It is what I like about this show is that fans are starting to see the black actors with non-black actors on the show as a viable option. Donnell Turner has been linked with several. I mean, his character's been linked with several on the show. Anthony Montgomery with Anna Devane, and I mean, it's like I love that. And then with you, because you had a kind of semi-romances with several of the men on the show that are different. They're different races. I guess kind of. I mean, we're going to show a scene from a few years ago with you and Pari that I love.
All right.
There you are. I need you, and I need you now.
You have no idea how long I've
He's so good.
Get your mind out of the gutter. We have a real code blue down in pediatrics.
That's terrible, but I'm not a doctor. I'm just a lab tech.
I don't need a doctor. I need an elf.
Is this a joke?
Every year, Santa and his elf give presents to the kids down in pediatrics. Last year, Spinelli was Santa. This year, I was supposed to be his elf, but Spinelli canceled at the last minute, and now we're in a real jam.
Sounds like you need a Santa, then.
Oh, no, I'm Santa. I'm sticking up for Spinelli. You need to step up for me.
Whoa, wait a minute here.
Please, Brad, will you be my elf? Brad's not... Put this on.
And then this part of this scene is kind of funny.
You know, Fee, when I said I wanted to get into a pants, this was what I had in mind.
No one wants to know what's going on in your mind.
All right.
Good.
The kids are expecting us in a few minutes. You really want to be late because you're too much of a prude to change in front of me?
There's no prudes here.
Okay. I mean, it's like a major thing for daytime to see this.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's what I want to show that, you guys. That's all I want. I just want to show people a piece of that. But I mean, that's like major for daytime. This is going into Middle America.
Oh yeah.
And but also it's major seeing Asian American and African American playing gay characters in a kind of a not even a gay scene, just a scene that would be for straight actors too.
Yeah.
But you happen to both be two men.
Yeah. That's
amazing.
It's as simple as that.
Right.
It's as simple as that. It's not. There's nothing different about it, and I think that when we have writers that are hip to that, when we have an audience that's hip to that, when we have producers, people in power that are hip to that, that people are people, and that's really the main thing that I mean, I've been having this conversation all week in light of recent events.
Yes,
and it's just
Orlando,
like, look. We're all connected. And I think people try to force it and make it so we're not. Oh, he lives there. Oh, he's that color. He's lighter. He's darker. He's from this part of the country. Oh, he has this education. We're always trying to create these things to separate us. And that's obviously, it's a huge problem. We are the same. We have certain accents of our personalities in our lives, which we have our own different flavor. I mean, obviously some of us come in different tones and perhaps we have different accents from which we come, but everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to have a roof over their head. Everybody wants to be understood, be able to express themselves, be able to feel joy, have the right to be able to walk down the street doing what they want to do. And, I mean, folks need to just lighten up.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Period.
And that's why I like that. That's why I want to show that scene, because there are a million scenes you could show. You've been on the show for a long time, so I mean, a lot of scenes. But I want to show that one because it's like there's so many different things going on in there that are so normal on a soap, but also amazingly firsts for a soap. Just get, tell me one thing about Pari that we would just not even imagine.
Perry is an absolute marketing genius.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys know that, but like a lot of stuff that gets sent out into the interwebs or any type of presentation as it relates to stuff that's within our story arc or things that we're doing. Perry's in control of that, and he just knows how to market, and he's really good at it.
Wow.
If some of you guys went to the GH fan club weekend last year, we had a lip syncing contest and Perry had a presentation that had everything in it but PowerPoint, and all the rest of us were just like, wow, dang, that guy is organized. Perry's always been very just like meticulous as it relates to marketing, and I look to him actually to help us with our stuff. He's great at it. So some of you might have known, but if you didn't, you know now.
Okay. You didn't know, you know. That's right. Okay, so Strangest Fan Encounter.
Oh, let's see.
I picked the word strangest for a reason, like not like worse, but like strangest.
I got one. I mean, the strangest is it. Okay, strange. Oh, here's one that was really strange. Years ago, I was going to Toronto for a film festival, and I was in the line after getting off the plane, getting my luggage, and going through customs to enter into Canada. And I was in a long line, and I noticed from the get-go when I hopped in line, a couple of the custom agents were looking at me like, I mean, if I could do the look, it'd be just this look. You know the look. And I'm like, I think they may be thinking I'm someone else. Okay. And I'm just getting closer and closer. And then I get up to the customs agent. She says, passport. She grabs my passport. I'm like, okay. Am I in trouble?
Right.
There's nothing on me.
Yeah.
I observed all the rules before packing my luggage. My bag has been in my control the whole time. Yeah. And just she's like, okay, so where are you staying? Da 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 da. And then her last question, are you on General Hospital? To which I answered, oh, I didn't realize that you guys watched it as much up here, you know. And they're like, oh, what, you think we don't have electricity? And I thought, you know, I'm sorry, no. I mean, you're right, I'm wrong,
Right.
whatever this is, because
Yes.
you can't,
Yeah.
once they're
Can't
the key holder.
Yes.
So yeah, that was kind of strange. And then a quick one was in Miami. I was getting into an elevator, and as the door was closing, someone ran up to the door. You on General? And it closed right before. Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, I like that. Those are good. Those are good ones. That's why I picked Strangest, because I'm like, those you never know when people know you.
Yeah.
What singer would we be surprised you like?
My friends who know me wouldn't be surprised by this, but Astrid Gilberto.
Oh yes, okay, like a little jazzy,
and
Latin.
Growing up, I grew up in Chicago and in Portland, and outside of Portland in the country. And when I was in Chicago, our household was filled with the music of, you know, soul music and jazz. My dad is a straight up jazz man.
Wow.
But when he went outside of jazz, it was Brazilian pop. It was, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire. It was Motown. It was, and then even beyond that, introduced was what's called classic rock. So, Astrid Gilberto. To this day, I love Brazilian pop music, and you know, some people call it elevator music, but like her voice is amazing. It's beautiful, and it just reminds me of one of my favorite places in the world to be, and that's Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil, beautiful place.
Yeah.
Place I like that. What TV show would you like to guest on that's on currently?
Oh, there's a bunch. There are a bunch. I would love to guest on. Man, let me just back up this list. Oh, shoot. I would love to guest on Mr. Robot. I would love to guest on anything on Comedy Central.
Oh, funny.
Anything
Okay.
on Adult Swim.
Oh, funny. Okay. You hear that, guys?
Yeah.
They'll do voiceover everything, whatever you need
Exactly, whatever they need. I would. I just got done watching this great show called Lady Dynamite.
We do an after show here, and like James, you need to check this out. It was yesterday. We were just telling me yesterday.
I love Lady Dynamite.
Okay.
I would absolutely love to guest on that. And there's this other show I just got done watching recently, finished the whole season immediately, called The Characters. And it's a series of actors / improv artists, comedians.
Okay.
And every week there's a different one, but within it they're doing all their own different sketches. And it's kind of a piece of their imagination and stuff. And it'd be great to pop in on that.
Check that one out. I don't know
Yeah.
that one. But yeah, Lady Diamond, I was just told yesterday, James, you gotta check it out. That it's hilarious, and that I would love it.
And Kimmy Schmidt, love that.
Oh yeah, we do like that one. Yeah. Now, what TV show would have liked to guest on that's not on anymore?
Oh yeah, True Blood.
Oh my, I can say it. It could be Lafayette's brother or cousin.
True Blood, that would have been fun. What else isn't on anymore? Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, I love that show. Oh my god,
Let's see.
great choice.
Parks and Recreation.
Good choice.
One of my dear friends is on that show. It would have been cool to play one of her relatives. Let's see. Yeah, man, that's all I can think of.
Those are good choices. Good choices. Because he's been on other TV shows, and you did an episode of Criminal Minds, and that show's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you ever seen your episode on TV?
I've seen it. I've seen it. Or I should say, I've seen parts of it a number of times.
I mean, it's always on, seriously.
And in different parts of the country,
Yes.
I'll be like, one time I came home late. I was in New York, and I clicked on the TV, and you just watch, and there was my face, and I was like, oh, that's funny. Click.
How's that feel?
It used to feel like this. It was I would judge myself so harshly when I first did it. I'm like, man, I got a pumpkin head. Man, look at those nostrils. Dang. Why they gotta be so close? And then after a while, it became like, oh, no, stop. You gotta stop looking with that eye. You gotta stop doing that in general. And I was like,
so
okay,
funny.
That was solid. That tracks. That looks honest. Okay, cool. And now I don't notice it as much. Matter of fact, I don't really watch myself unless I want to see if something I was working on in my homework tracked and came through in the performance.
Yeah.
But even then, I have a skewed view of it because I don't look at it as the way someone else looks at it. You know how it is. We always
I do know how it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's funny. The other week, I was at the movie theater, and I forgot that our esteemed creator of this network, Kevin Undergaro, has his own radio show. I'm in the promo. So every opening of the show, I'm in it twice. And so actually, I forgot they were playing it at AMC theaters.
Okay.
So I go see the Nice Guys or whatever with my friend, and all of a sudden I hear my voice. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I walk over, like, that's me.
That's awesome.
Like crazy, like it's crazy. I mean, in the theater, like it was really bizarre.
Yeah,
I was like, I should get my hair cut that day. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also you did a 2-part NCIS.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. They had us do all sorts of stuff, and they had squibs hooked up to me and stuff. I just thought about this. A lot of my roles, I die. Like,
dang.
Like on that show, I got killed. Criminal Minds, I got shot, but I didn't die. People think I died on that. I didn't die.
You didn't die, folks.
But I thought to myself, that's a whole brand of himself. If you need a brother who can die properly on television, call Marc Anthony.
He will do it well for you.
Exactly.
He will die well. He will die well.
Exactly. We were just talking about, brothers
Yes,
dying
we were.
too quick in films and stuff, and how LL Cool J has that no-kill clause.
That's right. We did Halloween.
Give me one of those, man, for Christmas.
And we did say Jada Pinkett Smith, she did 2 horror films, and one she died and one she survived.
Nice.
You had to remind me of that. You had to remind me of that.
That's right.
Some more 2K3 says, it's a little before my time, but the Carol Burnett show and the family skits. I guess this person would like to be in. But it's not on anymore.
Oh, she would like to be in.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, if you can watch those in syndication. Those were amazing. And the way they would crack each other up.
I know.
And try not to break.
I know.
Love that stuff. Carol Burnett is somebody I would love to meet.
Oh, me too.
She's amazing.
Yeah, I
amazing.
totally agree. Okay, so what? And the last question. I mean, I was cutting these random questions, and I've been interviewing at the same time, so you've been doing really well. But my last question of this group was, what is the moment you realized you were an adult? And you're like, God bless America, I'm an adult.
The minute I realized I was an adult was, wow, there's so many different ways and times, but when I got my first bill that was in my name.
Interesting.
My name, like it was just a utility bill, like a water bill.
That's important, though.
And then there was a phone bill, but it was my name, and it was at that point I'm like, oh, that's not necessarily what makes you an adult. I paid it. That's what made me an adult.
Okay, that's right there. That's right.
Yeah.
You paid it. That's right.
Yeah. So having to take care of your own responsibilities by yourself. I had some other stories, but I didn't want to get too deep into my family life.
Yeah, so you'll do that. But I mean, that's actually it's a great example because we become 18, 19, 20, whatever. We're officially adults.
Right.
But, some people, I mean, I don't know when do you really feel it. I mean, unless you're out there, like I said, on your own, doing it. That's usually before you have a kid or something. There's different things you'll feel it.
Yeah.
That's a great example, actually.
Yeah. That's the number one. I mean, we have all sorts of ideas of what being an adult is like, especially when you're a little kid. You think that these outward behaviors or mimicry of a behavior makes you an adult. Like, when I was a little kid, I lit a stick on fire and pretended I was smoking, and I was like, I'm like grown folks now. And then my aunt Charlene came down, and
yeah, she took care of that, didn't she?
Yeah, she took care of that quick.
Now, when did you realize finally that you were a working actor?
Okay. So for me, realizing I was truly a working actor is when a couple times. One, when I first got my insurance with SAG. Okay. And I was like, I got my insurance through doing this thing I love to do. And then when I got my pension notice, when I had enough years logged to get a pension, that's when I realized I was a working actor. And then there were other times that my first step and repeat.
Oh, okay.
Which was an intimidating prospect.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Did I ever see you at a step and repeat?
You probably have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I have now.
I've been around.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying the first time I did a step and repeat, I was like, oh, this is what actors that are doing stuff do, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So
people are, and it's just one of those things because we're in this business. We both are in this business that's unstable. It can be fairy tale like. It's like, is it a real job? Because it's even to ourselves, we ask ourselves like, wait, am I really? Is this really? I have no work for 5 months, but I'm doing this. I mean, it's feast or famine sometimes.
Yeah.
Can you make money out of it? So I always have to ask people like when they realize, this is my profession. I am doing this.
Yeah, it's a real job. It's a real profession. It has its own parameters. And the thing I like to let people know that are considering it is, do not do this job if you don't love doing this job, because most of the time you're doing this job, you're not raking in all the cash. And as a matter of fact, if you're thinking about doing it because you just want to be a star, forget the specifics, just a star.
Yeah.
Or if you want to do it because you think you're going to get paid, you know, you might want to just stick with something that you love and let all the good stuff come as a result of it. The people you see that are the most successful are the ones who actually love doing it. They love doing it. There are some people who are overnights or like fly-by-nights who come in and they have the right look and they're popular for a minute, or they have a bunch of followers and people jump onto that. And I'm not here to invalidate that. These are means by which people can also gain an audience. So I'm not negating it in any way. But the people who stick around, that stay, that are doing it, you know, they're the ones who love it. And some of the people that you love are still here that you may not see as much of. They're still here grinding, doing whatever they got to do. They may be in plays, they may be in class, they may be working on their stuff to be ready for an opportunity, which comes up a lot when you're in a town that it's the main source. So yeah, love it. And if you don't love it, do what you love.
They're all preach, Mark. You brought up a really good point. I saw Andrea Evans, who is a major soap legend. She was Tina Lord on Wife to Live. She was on Bold and the Beautiful. I mean, she's like just wonderful. I saw her in a local play at the Odyssey Theater here in the city. It was like, there's still people are working. Oh, yeah. It's just different levels of work, but she loves acting. So opportunity came. It didn't matter if it was on TV or PlayStation or wherever it is. Yep. They're still doing it.
Yep. And now there's avenues through which people can create their own opportunities. Yes. With filmmaking and television making and music making it's so much cheaper now to be able to make your own stuff without a label, without a major studio behind it.
True.
You just need to create something that people connect to and they want to see, thereby creating a demand. And this is where it's like any other business. It's a supply and demand, customer service oriented business to the T. You have a product that people enjoy and want to be a part of, they jump on. The advertisers are like, yo, word, that's what they're doing. Everybody's going over there following so-and-so. They'll jump on. And that's the thing. It's LA is a place where art meets commerce. There's artistic expression, which can be tailored or exploited or broadened by its commercial viability or by creating a sense of commercial viability. And then, the unfortunate sides of that is there's a lot of good stuff out there that won't be seen because the suits look at it and they're like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to make money. And so, that doesn't mean it's not good. It doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. It just means that the money people are afraid that it's not bringing in as much money as they want. And that's all they see. So, I mean, at the very end of the day, it's not how many, minorities are on television or not, or underrepresented people are on TV or not. I think that is huge and needs to continually be worked on and focused on, because it will help businesses make money.
Yes. It
will, because, that's the other thing. A lot of people have pockets. A lot of people have wallets and they will buy and spend based on, people paying attention to them. But
that's true.
The color that Hollywood cares about more than any other color,
true.
It's green.
It is.
It's green, Yeah, so
I agree with that. And I know the whole Oscar so white thing. And I know it was a little tough moment because it was divided with people saying, no, you should boycott white. And other people like us kind of saying, well, it's a bigger, deeper issue. It's a money thing.
Absolutely.
It's like, if they think this is going to make money, they will hire a half donkey, half, German Shepherd to lead it. I mean, they don't care if they think it's going to make money.
Yeah, or even better, if it's proven to have made money.
That's true.
So, because sometimes there are those in this industry who have no idea. They just follow trends. Right. So if something, a little indie thing is a sweetheart and it makes a bunch of money, you can bet there's going to be 10 or 12 versions of that following suit. Something that was never considered before because it made money. And that's why sequels and trilogies and basically like what is I guess it's not a trilogy, Friday the 13th and all the
those are that's not even 10, 11, 12, 13
Saw,
point.
all that.
And it's true. And if it's proven, that's another thing. If it's proven, they will have, you can star anybody.
Yep.
I mean, it's gonna make,
Yep.
I mean, it's gonna make it, and
Yep.
it's tough because I get, we want to see more of whoever you are. You will see more of yourself represented. I guess. I
Yeah.
guess. But it is, the green is the number one
Yep.
color.
Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely.
Now you've done some indie films and stuff. The one film I did see you in was Hot Guys with Guns, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah.
And so how was that experience? And
It was wonderful. Just working with a bunch of my friends, working with Doug Spearman and Daryl Stevens and
Noah's Ark people, folks.
Yeah.
With some kind of reference.
working with all sorts of great actors and having a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
what a privilege to be able to do what you like to do. You'll get money for it on top of everything.
Yes. Yeah.
And to be able to create something that some people can connect to. So, I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah,
What's not to
I agree,
like?
I agree.
And just Doug, speaking of the film, Doug is an amazing, director. And he's so much, like, since the time Hot Guys has come out, his new films that he's, putting together, Zero to I Love You and all sorts of other work that he's been doing, he's such a quick study and experienced director that Hot Guys with Guns, compared to what future films will look like and perhaps the sequel will look like, it'll be like night and day.
Yeah, sure.
And it'll feel like, wow, wait, is that the same guy? Doug is on point. So I was and am grateful to be a part of that camp.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it was a fun film. I had a good time with that one. And then you also do some voiceover work. You've done some stuff for like video games and some cartoons and stuff. I mean, they named it on your IMDb. I was looking at some of your stuff, and it was like Halo 5 Guardians, Lego, Jurassic World. Some of maybe these are correct. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. I mean, just some. So I love voiceover work. I do it myself too.
Yeah.
How do you like doing that? Showing up and
Man, I love doing voiceover work, and I love doing many different types of voiceover work. I'm gonna shout out my agency DPN. They are fantastic. They have me doing commercial voiceover, which is basically like the stuff you hear on the radio or the announcer voice behind a car commercial. They have me doing animation through video games, and they have me doing what's called promo, which I love too, because basically you're that voice that's like, I'm doing, for example, there's a client I have, which is a worldwide client, and I do the English-speaking voiceovers for a particular part of the world.
Oh, okay.
So I get to do that kind of
fun.
coming up on that kind of thing.
Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So voiceover is beautiful, man. And I'm gonna keep shouting out people that I appreciate for helping me out. A combination between Carol Day Kimball, who's an amazing casting director but teacher. She actually got me going. I want to shout out Sean Robinson, actor, basketball player friend of mine, who actually got me connected with Carol, and I already shouted out DPN, but there's just so many great people that I'm glad I get to do it because it's a means by which
you are doing something that my show motto is, paying it forward, sharing knowledge, lifting each other up, and I call everybody my village.
Yeah.
I'm part of the people who believes in the old village mentality, which many of our people come from. Started, in Africa. We had a village. And I feel like in this town, I'm collecting my village. My fans are my village. You're part of my village. We're all part of the same village.
Absolutely.
And so you shouting out to people, I think that's such a great thing. You're living in gratitude.
Yeah. And look, I mean, nobody, you don't even get through regular life outside of forget Hollywood, just becoming an adult, making it to that point, being able to do things you want to do. You don't do that alone. There are decisions you make on your own, but you need help. You need help. And in addition to needing help, you should offer help and make yourself available, make yourself helpful, because that's, I guess for those people who want to break into the business, I think you want to be able to be someone who helps, not just for the simple sake of getting something for yourself. You should help because it's good home training, but help, be, I mean, I'm not going to get all spiritual or anything. Well, I'll get a little spiritual.
Yeah, do it.
Be someone's blessing. Be that thing for someone else. Be that chance meeting, that lightning that happened to strike because you turn to somebody and say, hey, you want to do this? Well, let me tell you what I did. And I've had a million people help me out that way.
Me too.
I could shout them out too right now, but I'll shout them out one day when I win an award.
Okay. That's where you get all the things.
For best brother who did not die in a horror film, Marc Samuel.
I like that. No, it's one of those things where, I mean, in the old days, it was the elders talking to younger people, and the younger folks looked up. It's like everybody helped each other, and I wish we got back to more of that. But I know in Hollywood, a lot of folks will work together when they like people they work with and can deliver.
Yeah.
It's a buddy system in many ways.
Yeah.
They know you can deliver and you're nice to work with.
Yep.
They will hire you over and over again.
That's exactly right. People want to be around people they like. There is nothing wrong with that. It is a perfectly natural thing, and it's the best way to get a good product out there. When you have a rapport with somebody where you can be like, hey, Peter, remember that? Yeah. Oh, okay. Ready? Sound, speed, and
right,
because you have like a shorthand with each other,
and then they'll deliver.
Yep.
Like, they'll deliver, and then you're good. You're good to go.
Yep.
Because it goes back to that green, of course.
Yeah.
Goes back to that. I always ask this question to to my guests, the same 2 questions. I never ask them in advance, as you guys know out there, because I want their first reactions, their answers.
Beans.
They're good for your heart. No. Okay, so I believe in language. I'm a big language person, and we had this talk actually off camera about language. But I really believe that language can either stop us or move us forward. It's a big deal to me.
Yep.
What word do you think we should take out of our vocabulary and not say?
The word I think we could probably do less without in our society. Fear.
Ooh, okay.
That's off the top of my head. I say that because fear is something manifest through usually lack of information, lack of experience, hearsay, people telling you what to expect instead of experiencing something for yourself. I'm sure as soon as I get out of this, I'm gonna be like, why didn't I say this word? That's a better word.
Everybody always says that to me all the time. I'm like, that's what's your first reaction?
Yeah,
I'm like, and that's an honest reaction.
Fear. I think our world is too filled with it, and people are jumping off and doing some crazy stuff based on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fear. Now the converse of that. So what word do you think we should either bring back or say more of in our vocabulary?
Educate yourself. I mean, that's 2 words.
That's fine.
But
2 words.
Or educate. If you know something to be different than the falsehoods that are being spread, in your loving way and with respect to the person with whom you're speaking, educate them. If you feel like, and this is a really tough thing. I know we get into our peer groups and people may be going off and saying something that might be sexist or racist or homophobic or speaking rhetoric that is anti somebody, anti-ethnic or anti-particular spiritual belief. If you know something to be different and you know that the stuff that's being said is harmful, educate someone. It doesn't mean you have to be like, you're a blah, blah, blah.
Right.
No, because as soon as you start barking, somebody's just like, boop, I don't have to listen to you.
They're out.
I don't have to listen to you.
That's
But
true.
if you say, hey man, I noticed that you said this. Do you really believe this? Where does that come from? And usually, it should be with people you care about first and foremost. If you don't care about them, it's tough, but you should still pass something on, I've been in situations where I've heard they don't know how diverse my family is.
Yeah.
And they see me, black guy.
Right.
They don't know anything about my family lineage. They don't know anything about the family that our family married into. They don't know anything. So I'm hearing all these falsehoods about particular sects of our population. And I'm just like, hey, bro, my grandfather was black. Or like, my stepmother was black.
Oh, I understand that.
That kind of thing. So, educate. That's the word.
That's a good one.
That's the word. I'm done.
He's done. Drop the mic. No, but it's a thing. I think that's a smart word nowadays, especially in our election year.
You know it.
All kind of stuff. It's time you should go out there and try to find the answers and also share the answers that you find with the people.
And share them knowing it's a possibility, not that it's the absolute. We get caught up on something. It's like that first year you come back from college and you think you know everything because Professor Joe dropped some science on you. Get to the house and you're like, Dad, this is how it is. Oh, I gotta go.
Yes, right.
You gotta do it with love and consider the possibility that even what information you have may be only part of it.
That's a good question.
Best way to go, I think. That's just my 2 cents.
No, it's funny. It's just funny you say that, and we're gonna end on this note. But I've had people come to me and tell me some things, and they're younger than I am, and I'm like, I lived that particular thing you're talking about.
Yep.
So I can give you my experience. You're saying, because again, they went to college, they're excited, they learned this stuff. I'm like, I'm glad you learned some of this stuff, but actually, I'm an eyewitness to whatever that was. I can tell you exactly kind of what went down.
Yep.
And it's good, and you do it in a way that is loving and just like supportive. And you support them. You say, good, I'm glad you learned that.
Yep.
Thank God you learned something about that. But let me also add to that.
Yep. The quickest way to a person's heart isn't by demoralizing them or upbraiding them. I just had to use that word. It's by listening to who they are, getting a sense of who they are, and then shifting the way you speak so as to find a bridge between you and that other person.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
You have to come back.
I will happily come back.
Yeah, that was good. You get some good stuff tonight.
Thanks, man.
In that camera, tell folks where they can find you on social media.
Okay, look, if you're not already following me, if you're following me, thank you.
Yes.
But if you're not following me, you can reach me at Marc Anthony Samuel. Wait, on Twitter. And Marc Anthony Samuel on Facebook.
Yes.
You can also.
Are you on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram too.
It's Marc is Art. Matter of fact, Twitter and Instagram are MARASART. Yes. Marc is Art. Marc Anthony Samuel Artist.
Yes, exactly. I was almost corrected you in your own. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll tell you about.
I don't know how you can contact me.
I'm
Good luck.
good luck. Find them. I'll tell you how to find them now. But you can find them. And I'll put it on our page on Facebook where you can find them and stuff there too. But of course, thanks for watching, everybody who was in the live chat and commenting. They all were fans of yours. What you were saying. Like I said, the last comment was Preach Mark.
Oh man,
that's the last comment.
All right, y'all.
Some good stuff. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. and all this on the interwebs. So the next 2 weeks there will not be a Breaking Into. We'll be back in July, but at this time slot in 2 weeks, I'm talking to actress Jasmine Lewis as a BHL conversation.
Nice.
So that'll be very nice talking to her. She's in a bunch of stuff right now. Thank you for watching, and I love you guys. Thank you.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.